So.
It's 104 degrees and our cameras hate this. We're doing something that we've never done. This is our first time doing, mine and my mom's.
Yeah.
This is Vanessa's second time.
Yeah.
So why is this your second time?
So I got to come here to the Dolly Steamboat for the first time back in March when it was much cooler. I wore a sweater that day. And the Arizona Spinal Cord Injury organized an outing. And so there was a flyer I saw and signed up, and Jeff was teaching and working that day. So it was my first real outing solo without a family member since my accident and injury.
And she came home and she's like, man, I just really want to share it with you and Mom, and that's pretty much all I actually heard about this. I saw a couple photos, and that was the extent
Jeff's
of
like,
learning.
well, what was it like? And I'm like, well, there was water
and rocks and
yeah, and it was beautiful.
For those of you that don't know where the Dolly Steamboat Tour is, it is in the middle of the Tonto National Forest, which has a whole salt river lake and river system that connects everything. We are at Canyon Lake. There's Saguaro Lake. There's Apache Lake as well. Roosevelt. So there's a series of dams within the Salt River, creating some lakes, and that's where we get to be on the boat. So the cool thing about the Dolly boat is it's very accessible. Obviously, the Spinal Cord Injury Association did an outing, and we got to experience that as well. And so ramps and stuff were a little on the steep side.
And we'll break it up into groups of 20. And when I do start the standard board procedure here in just a moment, the reason I break you up is kind of so you should be spreading the load all the down. So please only come down to the
But you managed it.
Yeah.
You forgot to do one thing, which we always do on every outing, which is...
Future Vanessa, don't forget your wheelchair gloves. Bring my gloves.
Bring your gloves. Wait, I need to like have a checklist so you bring your gloves, especially
They're
for
in my other bag.
Okay. Well, but today we get to have Mom with us on the tour. What is your favorite part of the trip?
I just really enjoy getting to share it with my family.
Yeah.
I love the bighorn sheep sighting.
And you had a really, so my mom gets to know everybody. So she got to know the boat captain. She got to know this other family that was sitting down on the first deck, which is air conditioned, by the way, 104 degree heat. This adventure would not have happened without some AC.
I was a little worried when they told me they wanted to do this. I thought, surely I could survive, but how can I survive in this heat? And I get on an air conditioned boat. It was awesome. Got to meet the captain, got to meet a little boy that will be in kindergarten next year. But get this, it's not kindergarten in the U.S., it's kindergarten in China. He lives in China. His dad is a teacher there.
Yeah, so it was really cool. In Arizona, I feel like no matter where we go, you hear multiple languages, which is amazing because it's just like you're running into different cultures all the time. We got to go out to the deck a couple times. It wasn't, even though it's 104 degrees, it sounds miserable. There was a nice breeze. It made it bearable. for a short period of time. You're going to get to see some photos of maybe a tour of the boat. We'll see what comes together, but there's going to be a montage after this. And thank you, Vanessa. Thanks for taking us out.
Yeah.
Well, we hope this adventure helps inspire you for your own adventure. And
On to adventure.
on to adventure.
On to adventure.
Let me be the first to welcome you aboard the Dolly Steamboat, the steamboat that's in the middle of Canyon Lake, right outside of Tortilla Flat, outside of Phoenix, Arizona. So yes, that's a steamboat in a desert. One of the most surprising things for our family was knowing that the steamboat ride was so accessible. As you see us walking down and rolling down the dock, it was very wide, very comfortable, easily accessible. There was some differences in levels, and the dock sways a little bit as you go across the dock, but overall, my anxiety level was not very high with this. And as we entered the dock, there was a little bit of a steep ramp initially to get on the boat without any handrails, so I assisted my wife to make this transition seamless. The captain and crew were very friendly and knowledgeable and concerned about safety, which made me feel very comfortable. As we entered on the Dolly, there were giant glass doors, the level transitioning for us in a wheelchair, and wonderful tables with just chairs that you can remove so my wife could roll under and hang out with us no matter where we were at on the bottom floor of the boat. You'll want to note that there is no assigned seating, so as soon as you enter, you will find a spot for you and your family to be able to enjoy and relax and sit together. The Dolly has a snack bar where you can buy snacks and or souvenirs for you to enjoy. Quick note, you will want cash for the snack bar on the boat, and I think if you have a credit card afterwards, you can pay up on land, but while you're out on the cruise, credit card machines don't work. The bow of the boat has seating that's open for the deck. There's nothing protecting your head, but you get 360 views from the front. You can also climb the staircase to make it to the second level of this steamboat. And in the second level of the steamboat, you get open seating, which is also air conditioned and comfortable, as well as tables. Just note that the snack cart is downstairs, so if you are sitting on the second level, you will be going to the snack cart and coming back up to enjoy your snack upstairs. The stern of the upper deck has open seating as well, clear views from the top of this particular deck, and it has some pretty cool views of the paddle that is down below it. Now, as we are looking at the scenery, pulling away from dock, I just want to share a little bit of history about the Dolly Steamboat in Canyon Lake. Since 1987, the Dolly Steamboat has been operated by the Grime family. The Dolly Steamboat derived its namesake from the original owners, Dolly and Paul Kennedy. They started tours in 1983. In October of 1987, Roger and Margie Grime purchased the Dolly. The Dolly Steamboat Tour takes pride in providing a venue that allows people of all ages and abilities to experience the breathtaking scenery and wildlife of Canyon Lake. Today, the Dolly carries 142 passengers with a crew of 3 at 103 feet long with a beam of 20 feet. The Dolly is also powered by twin 225 horsepower John Deere marine diesel engines that push this boat and the tour guests along the Canyon Lake. The Dolly Steamboat offers several cruises around Canyon Lake, which includes the cruise that we are currently on, the Scenic Nature Cruise. One of our concerns nowadays is the restroom, and I wanted to do a quick restroom tour with you. This restroom seems to be set up really, really well for the small space that it is. I think my wife could get her wheelchair in if she needed to use the restroom. There is not a lot of width to transfer. There's not really a roll under sink, but there are a lot of grab bars around. So if you need a significant amount of assistance in the bathroom, make for sure that you go beforehand. There are restrooms on shore. Thanks for joining me as I show you some of the scenes of the Dolly Steamboat. If you're ever out, finding yourself in the middle of the desert, wishing for a steamboat, paddle boat ride, I highly recommend the Dolly Steamboat for a nice outing and adventure that is very accessible and quite fun for people of all ages and all accessibilities. sit back and relax as our captain takes us back to shore.
Hopefully this works a little bit better.
Okay,
Third time's a charm.
Third time's the charm, hopefully.
I'll wait.
That was really good.